I guess I should follow my own advice and make that super secret, crazy, secret vlog I've been meaning to.
Because I truly believe that life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
So let's get uncomfortable.
Hajime!
It's so scary!
Alright, here we go. Ah!
So, I've had this ongoing battle with depression since I was in 2nd grade.
I don't know why that was so hard. That wasn't that bad.
So, I made these vlogs to tell my story, and a big chunk of my story has been this battle I've been having with depression forever, since grade school, 2nd grade. And it's a very large part of my story, and I've kept it hidden for a very long time. For a few reasons. The depression stigma still haunts me.
Why is he such a Debbie Downer? Or like a negative Nancy? Depression's just made up. Just don't be depressed.
Lots of people just don't understand it if they don't have it. People just think it's a choice.
Just suck it up. Just be happy. Happy's a choice. Just be happy.
I've always explained it like, try to stop smoking. Do you know how hard it is? Have you ever smoked? Then you don't know how hard this is. So don't be ignorant. The few times I tried to tell my friends, I was treated like I had some kind of fungal disease on my face, and they treated me way different.
Some aren't very close friends anymore.
Like, they just didn't know how to act. And that's okay, they just didn't understand it, so I can't hold it against them. I'm sure maybe some of you will treat me like I have some fungal disease on my face too. Maybe not, we'll see, but I'm taking that chance. With people and friends treating you like that, it leads to you not seeking help. It leads to people who are depressed to not seek help. Why do you think your mind is going to be able to change anything if you're not changing anything? When you're in the thick of a deep depression, you feel very alone. And I'm here to tell you you're not alone. There are a lot of people going through it, just nobody likes to talk about it because they feel ashamed and scared. And I did for a long time too. And now with this vlog, I'm trying to not feel that way anymore. And hopefully in the process help some other people along the way. Depression statistics say that I will be wrestling with this the rest of my life for a few reasons. I have had 2 very major depressive episodes in my life. One in middle school where I was hospitalized and out of school for quite a long time. The second was my last year in grad school. I was also hospitalized in an outpatient program, but it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. So the big question is, why do I feel like it's important to share? There's a few reasons. When I was always depressed, I had this amazing feeling when I felt like I wasn't in the fight all by myself. That someone who understands what I'm going through is a huge advantage. It's a huge advantage versus someone telling you just to try harder. And that doesn't really work for people who are in a depressed state. The truth is, sometimes people are tired from trying so hard and they don't figure it out. That's what we don't want to happen. That's a terrible place to be, and I can honestly say I've been there a few times, more than a few times. There's always options. So that's why I feel like it's important to share. To tell you that there's someone else who's out there that's on your side. Secondly, I found that when you share something personal about yourself, kind of like I'm doing now, it allows other people to feel comfortable sharing things about themselves. I haven't shared this with a lot of people, but the few people I do, they usually share some crazy thing that happened with them in their life, and then you build a closer connection, and you can help people that way. I'm hoping that by me doing this, maybe people who don't feel like they have an outlet to go to, I'm giving you one and maybe some options.
So why now, Shawn? You were talking about making this as a blog forever. Now you're finally doing it. Why did you decide now?
When I got out of my first depression in middle school, I felt alone and that I was gonna have to deal with this for the rest of my life, and it freaked me out. So I researched people who had depression and who have gotten through it, and I found a huge list, and I was pretty jacked about it because there was Charles Darwin, Jim Carrey, Woody Allen, Winston Churchill, Bob Dylan, Ernest Hemingway, David Letterman, Mozart, Isaac Newton, Nietzsche, Edgar Allan Poe, Mike Tyson, Mark Twain, Oprah, Van Gogh, and Robin Williams. were all on the list, and people who I looked up to anyways. They're brilliant.
And I kept thinking, man, if they can do it, I can do it. And it gave me that hope and that push.
I'm not a product of the disease, you know, I just have to dance with it, you know, so to say. But as all of you are aware, Robin Williams lost his battle with depression. That was really hard for me. He was a hero of mine, a huge hero of mine, one of those guys I looked up to. A hero in the fact that he's been through a lot of ups and downs with the depression stuff, but he kept fighting it. In the process, he was making people laugh and helping people be happy. And it just seems so crazy to me that someone that depressed could produce that kind of laughter. It seemed crazy, but at the same time, I could totally relate to it. So when he died and lost, it was a huge hit.
Like, my hero was beaten by the disease that I'm still trying to fight, I guess.
It was a humble reminder that depression should never be taken for granted, not in myself or in other people. So following the New Jersey beach vault, I had a friend of mine call me and was asking me all these depression questions, and I kept shooting them back, like, are these questions about your friend or are these about you? You know, what's really going on? And long story short, this friend came to live with me from his home 3,000 miles away for about 6 weeks, and we got him into a depression program here in the cities, and he was doing pretty good. The thing with depression is it's never cured. I don't feel like it's a constant work in progress. There's different stages of it, obviously, but the one I have is it's constant, you know? It's a constant work, and you're constantly working on it, and it's something you need to work on every day, or it'll start to overwhelm you again. But when he was here, he told me
that you should totally just try and help other people with your vlogs, maybe. Just share your story, and it could potentially help other people. It's as easy as that.
Hopefully that's what this is doing, by sharing the secret part of my story. As scary as it is to feel potentially judged by thousands of people on YouTube and the internet, it's totally worth it if I can help at least one person, and maybe even show them that there are options and that there's always help out there. There's always options, and when I felt my worst, it has always been when I felt like I didn't have any options. This is an open invitation to anyone who is suffering from depression, knows someone who is suffering from depression, might need some help, or anyone else for that matter just looking for information, whether you're a coach, a parent, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, etc., whatever, friend. I want to reach out and say I will always be that option for you. So contact me anytime. Well, how old are you in second grade? Like 7? I've been doing this for years. 20 years. I might be able to help, so take it. Growing up early with depression in school, there was a lot of people who laughed at me, made fun of me, called me names, ridiculed me. Even as an adult, when I tried to tell some people and friends I was ridiculed, you know, made fun of, saying
depression doesn't exist, you're making it up.
I have a lot of doctors to tell you otherwise. I come to the realization that they just don't understand it, and if you don't understand something enough, you usually tend to fight it. But with all those negative, terrible people, I've had even more people step up and be in my corner.
There's way too many to name.
But if you are someone who knew that I had depression before this vlog, then you are one of those people, and you will forever be a significant person in my life, and you'll be there forever. Thank you, and if you knew that about me, you are awesome. You are a big reason why I'm still here. Thank you. Just surround yourself in a positive environment with positive people and people who genuinely care about you. I've learned to do that a lot better. You kind of cut
the fat from the meat, so to say.
You don't need those negative people in your life. They just kind of wear you out. And that's true for everybody, even people who don't have depression.
So this was a hard vlog to make, and it's still kind of hard because there's so much stuff that happened in 20 years, and I have so much stuff I want to tell you, but I purposely kept a lot of the details out because they can be triggers for people.
If more people are interested in this part of my life and story, and want me to talk about the skills and tools I've learned over the years, I'll be more than happy to share. Believe it or not, a lot of the skills I learned through therapists and counseling and all sorts of other avenues, I use it in sports and pole vaulting and with my athletes, actually. That's pretty neat, actually. I won't talk about that right now, though, because this vlog is getting kind of long. So, thanks for watching. And if you suspect someone you know has depression, or you have depression, please seek help immediately. And if you don't know how to get help, get a hold of me. It's a big deal. And it can sneak up and get you again. So don't let it. Just be aware. So yeah, thanks for watching the secret, scary, crazy vlog. I'll talk about pole vault next week, I promise. Okay, see ya, bye.